Okay, so somebody come on here now and tell me about these. I'm still not seeing any,
Speed. What we got? Manganese dioxide fused with potassium hydroxide creates potassium permanganate. It's primarily used to disinfect.
Okay, I see. Now I don't even know because I did the description on the other one. I just turned it off again. But I see Mr. TY. How are you doing? Okay, so I can see the messages now. I can see the messages now. I have a couple of people saying they were on here, kind of shooting through here saying I was on. You didn't see my comments. I'm learning. I'm learning. I'm learning. I'm learning. That's all I can say is I'm learning. I'm learning. I'm learning. I'm learning. I'm learning. I'm learning. You're good. I'm sorry. I'm new to YouTube. I mean, I've had an account here for a minute, but I don't know how to use it really. I'm just now starting to build a presence on YouTube, so I have a lot to learn, a whole lot. You could. I have several people now sending me messages through my Facebook and my Instagram telling me that they couldn't, I couldn't see them. So I'll chill for my hour. I'm glad you came back. Sorry I couldn't see you. Where are you from?
Call CarShield now for your free quote before your car breaks down. In my heart, I'm still that boy from Spanish Harlem that values every dollar. I trust CarShield because they help more drivers save more money.
Does it take that long for the, are you from Mississippi? Hey, Vanille! Hey! How are you? I was going to say, is it taking that long for the texting to come back through? Or were you just slow to respond back? I'm just seeing how it works over here. Hola, Victor. Vanille, I was trying to catch up with you earlier because I wanted you to know that you're one of the people that are always on my YouTube, and I'm going to be over here on YouTube sometimes now. And I was trying to see how it works, and I was trying to see if there was anybody that I actually chat with from time to time that utilizes YouTube regularly. Like, I know nothing about YouTube. My day was great. How was your day?
Have you been diagnosed with non-Hodgkin's lymphoma after using the weed killer Roundup? Nearly $11 billion has already been paid to settle thousands of...
I had even put like on the other one that I tried to set up, I put on there like the name of it and the description so people wouldn't be having to ask a lot of questions, but it wouldn't, I couldn't see anybody's words. So it's on the other one. Now I got to go back and, Lord help me. I ain't going back to do shit. It's going to stay just like it is. They're going to say she don't know what she's doing, and they'll be absolutely right. Then I decided to do it from the bedroom. It's cold here. I don't like the cold. That's why I left Arkansas. And don't you know that I came back this year. I came back in March, last part of March. And it is 16 degrees here. And it's been under 20 degrees, like below freezing for like the last 2 or 3 days. I'm like, man, I'm ready to go back to Florida. This shit's for the birds. I cannot stand being cold. And then I'm in the RV, and you know, I just got the RV, so I don't know a whole lot about it. It's my first time living in an RV, so I don't know a whole lot about RV living either. I'm learning as I go with a lot of the stuff I'm doing for content right now. And there is a short in my wiring here in the RV, and every time the RV gets under 20 degrees, the fucking air condition turns on. I cannot figure it out. There's a short I can't figure out. So I've been barreling myself and bombarded, put myself in the bedroom. I'd put my little heat and everything in here, and I just stay back here because the air doesn't blow in the back. You're trying to, oh my gosh, Florida is amazing. I was all over Florida the year 23 and 24. Yeah, I was trying to send a message to everybody on the other platforms that I would be on YouTube because I'm trying to get some support for these dead ass lives until I start making friends over here. So if I have a couple of you guys to come over from the other one from time to time when I'm showing up over here, it won't be so dry. I was trying to not have a dry ass live with it being a new platform. My bad. People are trying to text in. I guess a lot of people were coming in and I wasn't able to see the words. So they all left and started sending me messages so it would pop up at the top. So I could see that it wasn't working. I'm thankful for you guys. South not. No, I cannot do this cold weather. When I tell you my bones have been aching, then I messed around and got sick. And I haven't really just all the way snapped back from being sick, okay? I'm not all the way better, but I'm definitely not in the bed. Yes, I can see your stuff now, Mars. Thank you. Thank you so much for sending messages. Because I was sitting here dead in the water wondering if I set it up right. And then I was like, I'm sitting over here in the bedroom, all up on the bed and shit. People probably coming in here like, who the fuck is this old lady over here with her night clothes on live? That'd be me. But they don't even know the purpose or anything. So I was feeling kind of crazy. Man, this AC is horrible. It's not down yet because the heaters and stuff are on. But tonight when it starts getting colder and it starts to hit like below 30s, then it'll start to cool off in the RV. And then with these little space heaters I have, they don't keep it up over the 20 degrees when it starts to getting so super cold in those wee hours. And the freaking air conditioner kicks on. I was mad in the bitch. I was like, come on. What? Blueprint. Tell us about the blueprint. Tell us what you're trying to do. Okay. For which part? Okay, so the rack, when I was putting on the other one, it's called the rack room. That's what I'm going to call it. And basically, the theme for this year for Kawtious Living Life Out Loud is fashion and finance. We're talking about credit scores and how to get your credit score up, and do you have a 5-year plan and different things like that. Because a lot of people don't realize that you don't have to have a whole lot of money to barrel yourself out of debt or to find a new start in life. So I'm taking all of my experiences and all the stuff that I'm doing right now, since that's what I'm in the process of doing, and I'm sharing it with my viewers. And in the meantime, between time, I'm doing finance or fashion as well, because I am 50. A lot of people are always like, well, you don't ever have on any clothes, or, you're too old to wear that, or this, that, and the third. So I want to give another spin on what it is to be 50. How the fuck are they going to tell me what to wear at 50 when they're 25? Y'all ain't even here yet. So I want to start doing a little bit more about fashion. And the subscribers that I have on my other platforms are kind of assisting me on doing it. So we're going to do, for the subscribers, we're doing lingerie. And everything's focused on the more mature woman. Because I can do that, because I'm 50. But I don't think that at 50, you have to start dressing like Annie Oakley. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to be running around here with your damn clothes to your wrist and your ankles and up your neck, There's nothing wrong with still continuing to be sexy and sassy. I have so many people watching my page that the best, or the thing to say the most is, you're too old for that. And I want to take time to show them that you ain't too old. You can still be sexy after 50. They got a long way to go. Long way. Lots of young people. And then some of the guys, for instance, that come on and watch. I mean, I know they watch a lot of all these other different people, and they're watching all these young girls and everything, and they like it over there, but the attraction is not necessarily what they are wearing, which I was trying to tell a lot of my friends that are my age. It's not what they're wearing. They ain't fucked up about what they're wearing. They're looking at the body, yaddy. And if you keep your body in check, you can be right there with them. It's not about age, it's about how you upkeep yourself. So the reason I decided to call it the rack room is because we are the racks. Whenever you looking around, no matter what the female is wearing, the man is looking at the rack, not the clothes. So you have to be careful what you're wearing, how you're wearing it, what type of attention you're trying to get, but if you're feeling sexy and you have the body for it, it shouldn't matter what age it is. If you got the body to sustain it, you should be flaunting that shit. And since I get up every damn day doing workouts live, I also want to take the time to show you what you can do when you take care of self. I am all about looking cute. I'm not really about fashion and spending a lot of money. So I felt like I could also give a spin on that because I'm about minimalistic lifestyle, living in my RV full time. There's no room for a bunch of fashion shit. You know what I'm saying? But that doesn't mean I don't step out looking good every day. So I'm going to take the time to show them how to downsize their wardrobes and still have more than most by selectively choosing their colors and their accessories. So that's what I'm trying to do. That's the breakdown. That's the break it down. But I'm just trying to get this mindset. The mindset of people these days is completely off, in my opinion. Starting with out here paying all this damn rent and looking at me like I'm crazy for living in an RV. I don't pay rent. You know what I'm saying? If and when, because I don't work, I'm a full-time content creator, but if I went to work, my money would be my money. There's a difference when people think they got it so much. You think you got it so good, but you don't have it better than some of these people that have nothing. What you have is a bunch of damn bills. That's what you have. You don't have to pay a lot of money to look good. People are stuck on name brands is what I see. And I've never been one to be stuck on the name of anything. My whole motto is it doesn't matter what you wear. What matters is how it wears you. Because you can go out and spend $500 on an outfit and put it on the raggedy ass body and the shit still looks fuckity fuck. I'm sorry, but you can take the same mentality, take someone who has the body and sit their ass in a Dollar Tree and they can come out looking good. It ain't about what you're wearing. It's about how you're wearing it, how it hangs on your frame, what your rack looking like. So my whole segment about the fashion is going to be called the rack room. And I'm going to be saying, how's your rack? That's the question. How's your rack? How your rack looking? And I'm going to start it out, and I'm going to use my 10,000 hours that I need for YouTube to be discussing it and helping to build it and promote it. That's what I'm doing. All donations, gifts, all those things that people are sending to me are all going towards presenting fashion and finance. Yes, I didn't have to pay rent. I could accomplish so much. Really? Right. I mean, I could be accomplishing so much more if I actually had a full-time job or even a part-time job, not having any bills. But my spin on my content is how to do all of this being a full-time content creator. Okay, so there's a lot of different avenues to the content that I'm creating because right now I'm doing this dare from somebody from Facebook that I can't live off of just content creating since I do it so much. That was the whole thing. You're on here all the time. You act like you get paid for it. And I said I could, and we got into this little spitboxing. And the dare is I can do it for 6 months. And this is so October, November, December. So this is month 4, and I have not missed a bill. My content creating has paid for all of my bills for the last 4 months. So I was like, well, damn, if I can do all of that and I'm not trying, I'm just kind of fucking around and doing different shit, what could I really accomplish with my content creating if I actually planned it, did, put a little effort into it? So I'm trying to put effort into it. That's about it. And try to see how it works with effort. And I want more of a female following. So I'm trying to do things that are more female vibes. And I thought the fashion would bring them in because they don't care about their finance, apparently. Exactly. All Gucci, some Louis, etc. It's not a waste of money. It's not about how much the person's right. I've seen people wearing stuff that's name branded. It don't look that good on them because most guys will be running around here, and I hate to say it, but my age, once again, we're talking about mature adults. Most of the men my age have given up on how they look. They're sporting pot bellies and calling it the man body. This is the new thing. Nigga, don't nobody want that shit. You I want these women to look good and be able to stand next to these young girls, but y'all running around here looking like degenerate damn deacons and expect us to accept it because we're up in age. No. And just because your best years are so-called behind you don't mean you got to look like it. Let's come on now. We got to pick it up a little bit. The attraction to, I don't know this because I don't date younger guys, but my friends, I have several friends that do, and the attraction isn't even that they're young, it's their swag. If you can believe that. They like how they dress. They like how they act and move, and they're still all about their shit, and they think they all the bees sneeze, and they're real confident and cocky. That's what the older women like about the young boys. From my standpoint, talking to the girls I hang out with, they're like, nah, man, he got dick, and he's so fun, and he's lively, and he's this and he's that. And then some of them are married. I don't agree, but it is what it is. They're like, man, my husband get home, he take his ass in there and have his little beer or whatever, sit in the chair and don't move anymore. And you go in there and ask him something, and he's like, all right, but don't never get out of the chair. But then while you're sitting here in the chair and you don't want to do anything, your wife done got up, walked out the house. You don't give a fuck because she done left you alone, but she's out fucking around with somebody else that's making her or helping her feel alive. Half of the women that I talk to that are cheating don't even really care to cheat. They just want their husbands to be better. And it's ridiculous. But they want to know why I'm not in a relationship. Because that shit don't work. You got to find somebody that matches you. It hasn't stopped because you get older. It hasn't even started until you get older, technically, because when you're younger, you're so busy trying to figure things out. When things start to settle down and your kids are growing up and leaving the house and you have all these new freedoms and things, that's when life started for me. I was like, damn, I can go do this and I ain't got to worry about this, and this. Man, I have arrived. But the first 2 years I was crying because my kids left and I was a stay-home mom, and that's all I knew how to be. Some people are married and some people are, yeah. Well said. You are so right. They're just married just on paper. They don't even act married, don't talk married, don't sleep married. I met a couple that sleep in separate bedrooms. I was like, how the fuck? Y'all ain't even 60 yet. Y'all already sleeping in separate rooms? Oh my God, I don't want that. I want to fuck my husband. Why y'all in different rooms? I know this for a fact because I always dated older women. Older women want a man who can keep them alive. I'm very active. It's so hard for me to date. I want to date my age, and I haven't dated younger, but in dating my age, I keep getting with a bunch of fuddy-duds, and then if you're not fuddy-duds, you're dealing with premature ejaculation or ED. It's like, goddamn, I can't win on any level. Can y'all get your shit together? Stop all of this recklessness when you're younger so your dick works when you're older. I'm just saying. That's a problem. Another reason that some of the friends of mine are going to younger guys. They can't get dick down by the ones our age. They poorly take care of themselves. People like that. Just roommates. I know a few. It's crazy. Hell, when I met a guy down in South Carolina, the one I ended up dating that came out to Florida and got me, when I moved into his house, he gave me my own room. When I first moved into his house, we weren't sleeping in the same room. If you can believe that. We were not sleeping in the same room. He just wanted me to come to the same town he was at. He wanted us to go ahead and move in together because of his work schedule and everything. That way, whenever he did have time, we could kind of, see how things would work out and everything. We dated for 10 months. I didn't leave because he was doing anything necessarily wrong. We just weren't on the same path. We weren't going in the same direction, so it wasn't going to work out. So I went ahead and left the situation, but we're still friends. He's cool and everything. But just because someone's cool and they're doing things for you doesn't make that the right person to spend the rest of your life with. Sometimes it can be all good except for one or two little things, but those one or two little things mean that much to you that you're not willing to give it up just to say you got a man in your life. I ain't with it. I'm just not. I would rather us be friends and end up, being able to see each other here and there and have it that way than try to force a relationship when I see things that don't fit the direction I'm going. Or vice versa. If I wasn't everything that he wanted, I would have hoped that he would tell me, hey, there's a couple of things that I don't feel like we're pecking in the same thing on. I think we better, chill or let's take a different route. But people don't do that now. They just stick it out. Oh, we gonna make it. We gonna make. If you know what, if you see the signs, baby, damn. Why you want to fight that? I'm not gonna do it. It's a waste of money. I wasted all my money down there with him. Just, trying to see if it was gonna get better or see if things would change. Yeah, no, you don't do all that. If it ain't working, it ain't working. It ain't working. And people don't want to talk about that either. I'm grown. I can act crazy all day long. I can do the content. I can make people laugh. But when it comes to serious shit, being in my life, being in my space, I'm serious as hell. I don't like drama. And when you got multiple children, multiple baby mamas, multiple felonies, you're fucking drama. You might have should have thought of getting your shit together a little earlier instead of rubbing your shit on everybody else's face that you meet along the way. And that's what happens, even if they're not trying to, they do it. And you got guys out here been in prison their whole life, and now because their age is set at a certain thing, they're instantly men. I'm a man, I'm 50 years old, I lived my life, I did this, and ain't did shit. Ain't did a goddamn thing, but go to fucking jail. But they swear they're men because they're up in age and they done lived all these years. Don't even know how to adequately pay bills on time because they've been locked up and don't know anything, no responsibility, nothing. Don't know shit about nothing. But then they want you to step in and they want to dog you out and just be in control of everything when they don't even have control over their own shit, but they trying to control you. I met a few of those. I never dated any of them because I ain't that damn stupid or hard up for no dick, but the slim pickings out here are very slim. Very slim. But then you have people that'll look on like they do me. Oh, maybe you're not finding the right guy because of how you dress, or maybe it's because of how you act, or maybe it's because you're online all the time, or da 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 da. Maybe, but I can't see it because when I was doing it the other way, I was getting the same. Well, I was getting the same results, but now I just don't accept it now. That's the difference. I don't accept it now. Oh, I know there's nothing wrong with me, but it's just hard. You can't have standards, it seems like, and and be who you want to be and where you want to be. You can make plans for yourself, but the minute you accept someone else into your life, you have to also accept their plans and what they have going on, and that's where the friction comes in. You know what I'm saying? If you don't choose the right person, y'all aren't on the same page, you like the same things, building in the same way. Those are the relationships that don't work and they're rocky, and you end up hating men or hating women because of it. Oh, this happened. Oh, she was this. Oh, she was that. But you ain't said, oh, I chose her, or oh, I chose him. You chose that headache. You know what I'm saying? It's all choice. Thank you, Marcina. Mauricio, I appreciate it. Yeah. Just, I'm going to figure it out. But right now, I'm just trying to figure out this fashion and finance. I got my credit score. My 5-year plan is to find me some land, get my credit score up, get me a tiny home put on it, keep my RV, and keep my bills at a minimum so I can continue to travel. I did not get this damn passport to have it sitting in a drawer collecting dust. And the reason for doing the RV and doing the van life and doing the extended stays and things was to cut the cost. So I didn't have to end up paying, like rents, lights, gas, water, cable, internet, all that shit. by having a house. When you can have an RV that gives you those same amenities in a smaller version, and you can pay it off and not have any of those bills and just focus on your car and your insurance. I got another $9,000 I owe on my car, and it's completely paid off. And then all I'll have is my insurance and my credit card bills. You know what I'm saying? So any job I get provides me enough finance to go on trips and do the things I want to do because I don't have any overhead at all. So when people are giving me shit about being in my RV and doing this, that, and the third, I look at them like they're crazy. I'm like, okay, but you broke, nigga. You broke trying to have that 5-bedroom house and that big ass dually, and your wife got a Benz and all of this kind of shit. And if either one of y'all stop working, somebody gonna lose something.
I was embarrassed.
A widower for 4 years now. Still single by choice, I'm sure. I bet you it's not because you can't get a woman. You just don't want the headache that goes with it. It's all a big headache if you're not with the right person. It is.
Guilty that you and your boyfriend killed your husband?
And I tell people all the time, you don't have to be dating to get fucked, man. Just go out and get what you need and go home until the right person comes around. You don't have to be out here getting in relationships and shit like that and doing all this reckless stuff, putting y'all's name on stuff together and all this kind of shit when y'all ain't even married, so something can go down and you have all this extra other drama because you done fucked around and done some dumb shit. That's crazy. Why are you putting your name on something with somebody and you ain't got a ring on your finger anyway? At least there's a chance of you getting half of that shit if you are married. If you put it on there and you're not married, it's going to depend on the wording. Whose name came first? Does it say and or just and? You know, all of that stuff matters, but because we weren't educated and we don't have good sense, we don't know these things. We think it's okay. We've been fucking for 2 years now. This is my man. He gonna take care of me. And the first time the next piece of pussy to come over that looks better than yours or tastes better or whatever the hell the case is, he's moved on. You're stuck with a house note that you can't afford by yourself that was in his name. He wants you to move out because he's with somebody else and he need his name for what he's doing now. That's a bunch of whole drama. And people don't understand it. I'm like, hell no, I ain't going through all that. Oh, miss me with it. Mm-mm. No, 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 no. Then you got the niggas that buy you shit, and then when they leave, they want to take it back. I'm like, nigga, please, take that shit. That's why I don't get stuck on material stuff. I'm not finna fight over it. You want it? Okay, bye. Take that. Oh, you want that too? Okay, bye. Oh, shit. Facts are the next nigga gonna buy it again. Go ahead and take the shit. I'm not gonna argue with a nigga about no damn material nothing. You were married for 20 years. I was with my husband 16 years. We were together 18 years. I just recently made it to having as many years divorced as I was married. So I feel like, you know, now I can see myself getting married again. I didn't got my time. I got my time back. No, seriously though, but no, I've been divorced now as long as I was married. And I've had 4 relationships since 2010. Like real relationships. Where I actually put them on my page and said, hey, this is my man. And they didn't work because they don't know how to keep their dick in their pants. Everybody's a cheater. Everybody. Nobody knows how to be faithful. Keep their ass where they're supposed to be. I got married right when I turned 21. Matter of fact, I got married in April, turned 21 in June, had my first child in December. Like that. Had my second child the next year in December. And then I spent the other 16 years raising the kids with him. When the kids were raised or got up in high school or right about high school, we realized we were not the same people and we weren't going the same direction, didn't like the same things, and barely liked each other sometimes. So all we had in common at that point was raising the kids and doing what was best for the kids. So we decided that what would be best for the kids is for us to be completely happy with ourselves. And we weren't happy together. So he decided that he wanted to go ahead and get a divorce because I was not going to move back to Utah, which was the reason that we were having all the arguments. This is what happens when a black chick marries a white man. Okay? This is what I'm talking about. We do things in seasons. When I was younger, we were together. Things didn't matter. I was so in love, I couldn't see the bigger picture. We did everything right. We raised the kids. We did all that. Both the kids grew up to be great. They're Marines. Set. But the thing of it is, how you were raised, that's how you're going to act. That's how you're going to plan. And when you're raised different, the plan is totally different. Yeah, it's totally different. That's why they tell you to get somewhere where you're equally yoked with someone who is from your same liking, because there's turmoil enough without adding all that extra stuff. I was never like had anybody be prejudiced against me, or try to do anything bad like that because I was with a white man or anything like that. It was the little things, like how we raised our kids, what we believed in, religion, those type of things. Those type of things. We were raised different. And as you get older, you always fall back on how you were raised. And as we got older, we were falling back, and in falling back, we were falling apart. So if anyone was to ask me now how I felt about interracial couples and relationships and things, I would just tell them that it is workable. It is workable, but you have outside issues that you wouldn't have to deal with if you weren't with someone different. So I don't say no. My daughter married a white man. That didn't work out. I assume when she gets married again, she'll probably try something different. You don't know until they do it. At this point, they're grown. You just kind of sit back and see what color shit makes the walls. My son, I don't think my son's ever dated a black chick, to my knowledge. I don't think he has. I don't even think he's been with a black chick, just being real with you. I think he's always been with white chicks. Yep. I don't recall him ever talking about a black chick, and I know one's never crossed my path. But I can't speak on it because I married their daddy. So when I say something to them, they're like, well, Mama, you married outside of your race. Who better to tell you the ins and outs and, how it's going to be than someone who's done it? I mean, you'd think they would understand that, that they don't. And then I got thrown in my face, well, I'm not black or white, so does it matter which one I choose? And that's right, too. So I just keep my mouth shut. And just be like, I hope it works. I hope it works. That's all I can say. Because I have no leg to stand on because I did it. Craziness. I had my kids sold on you don't have sex before marriage until I got divorced. I had that shit down. There was no way they was gonna fuck nobody. They just thought it was the biggest sin in the whole fucking world. And I couldn't quite pull it off because I got a divorce. Had to get a man. Didn't have to, but eventually I did. And then I had to explain why it was okay for me to be with someone different. And that was quite the conversation. Didn't go well. So you live and you learn. You live and you learn. But now I've spent my life not being responsible. I was like, I was so young and I did so much. I've owned 4 houses. I've owned so many cars. I've had several businesses. I've never done without. But what I didn't have was freedom. I didn't get to do any damn thing. I was always busy running the business, busy taking care of the husband, or busy taking care of the kids. Couldn't do shit. Yeah, and that's exactly what it was. We were around whites all the time. I didn't expect them to know any different, which is why I ended up with my ex-husband. The school I graduated from, I was one of 5 blacks. I mean, it is what it is. It's about your surroundings and how you were raised and who you're around and your belief system and all that. All of that. All of that. So it's not really a color, but you definitely have to make sure you're on the same page. Well, hey, Sam from Texas, how are you? I've only been to Dallas. I don't know anything about Texas either. Y'all mind if I smoke? I gotta smoke. It's almost 8. I'm finna get off. I was trying to wait, but I ain't gonna make it. I ain't gonna make it. One of the things I like about YouTube right now is you can pretty much do what you're doing and nobody seems to bother you. I like that part. But I need some meds. Because I usually am asleep by 9:30. That's my truth. Y'all think I do so much. Ooh, she's such a hoe. I don't know no hoes that go to bed before the pole lights come on. That'd be me sometime. That'd be me sometime. Vanille, if I start coming to YouTube, you're gonna come to the lives. I have to have at least 1 or 2 people in here to talk to. So when I'm burning my hours, I have somebody to have conversation with.
You know how you play some apps and they only have made-up games? That never works for me. Download Goldfish Casino Slots for free and get 100 million coin bonus. Goldfish Casino Slots. Go where they go.
But I think I'm gonna start coming over at night over here to establish some type of a community, and then once it catches on or whatever, I'll see what I can do about moving it. That way I can come on when I have free time in the evenings.
You know, I got witnesses that say that they saw me at my son's birthday party down at South Beach. Tony.
And I'm already comfortable and everything's done for the day. I don't have to worry about the phone ringing or having to go anywhere or none of that.
Sorry, I told you. H. Yeah. Very nice, Tony. Motion activated. Now, Tony, do I need to take a look at those videotapes to know what's on them?
Right. That's how I be feeling when I come live all the time. I'm like, hell, it ain't like I got the money. I can do what I want to do. Makes it hard to want to date. They'll come in here and want to change shit. Oh, I don't want you to do this. I don't want you to do that. I'm like, well, goddamn. I don't want you to tell me what you don't want, motherfucker. Shit.
How long you been selling porn, Tony? Hey, that's not illegal.
And it's hard to get guys to understand what I'm doing with my content, too. It's got to be the right person that has actually watched the content, spent time getting to know me, and knows that this ain't no real fuck shit. You know, I do a lot, say a lot, show a lot, but that ain't what it is. It's not what it's about. If they would pay attention to the content instead of trying to talk about how I'm dressed or how I talk or how I engage, we actually might get somewhere. But the only niggas that I think come at me like that are hoes anyway. If you wasn't out here hoeing and doing everything under the goddamn sun and the relationships that you were in, you wouldn't have such a hard time believing that I'm just doing this. So I don't deal with them. It's nice to have someone to talk to, it is. It's nicer when you're talking to someone that's on the same page with you or you're sharing information concerning the same journey that, you know, you may be on. But guys don't know how to be friends. I found that out. Most of my friends are guys, but I grew up with them. They've been around my whole life. And the guys that I meet now, that it just seems like once you say you're not interested in being in a relationship with them or whatever, they hear you, but they don't hear you. It's like, I don't even get it. You just can't be friends. It's all at the end of the day, they just want to fuck. Well educated. I don't use it too often, Vanille. It's so great. I'm sorry. I have so much fun doing fuck shit. I can't even tell you. And I love doing random crazy stuff, like going, you know, skydiving or zip lining across motherfucking water and shit. You know, I just like doing random crazy. Now I want to go snorkeling and scuba diving. My next trip out, I like water. I am so water baby. I love being in the water. The best thing I did for myself was move to Florida and do van life. I challenge anyone to just jump up and do some random crazy shit when your kids leave before you decide, oh, I'm going down here and be at church every day so I can be the best mother of the church when I turn 65. Shit, you got to get to 65 first. You're not going to live anytime in the middle of that. I'm like, damn, can y'all let me get old before I start acting old? I'm not old. I'm older. Older than you does not make me old. You know what I'm saying? I've been to San Diego once. It was roundabout. Didn't get to stay and do anything. That's why I'm backtracking now late in life, because I can slow down and smell the roses now. I ain't got no kids to chase. I ain't got to be back because school finna start. When I leave and say I'm going somewhere, I don't give dates to come back. I say I'm leaving. Depending on how much fun I have and what happens when I get there, I will be back. Good evening. How are you? Oh yeah, I'm 420 friendly. Another thing that stopped me from getting a man. Every man doesn't want a woman who smokes. If you don't want me to flip out on your ass and let my anxiety take over, you want me to smoke. Shit. You do not want me around here unmedicated for too long. We getting a divorce. Quick, fast, and in a motherfucking hurry. Because you're going to get on my nerves, and I ain't going to be able to say what I really want to say because we trying to be respectful to each other. And it's over. You understand? I'm telling you. Better give me some ashwagandha or something. I smoke for my anxiety. Doctor's orders. I've been smoking since my son went to kindergarten. I have really bad separation anxiety. And it came to me through the way of my kids. I could not stand for them to be away from me. I was worried. I was always just panicky and all that kind of shit, thinking something was going to happen to the kids all the time. And my doctor, Dr. Kane, told me to smoke weed. My ex-husband is so goddamn excited. Don't y'all know most of our fights up to that point were because he was a fucking chiefer. I hated that he smoked. We almost got divorced several times because he smoked. Now I'm a smoker. That's funny as fuck to me. Your wife was a smoker too? I have to. It is not like I'm running around here out in public smoking or whatever. I only do it at home, and the only reason y'all see me is because I do it on live, and I feel like I'm grown, you know what I'm saying? I can't. And I can be without it, but it's not good for me. I don't make excuses, but my anxiety is really off the chain sometimes. I've gone years without smoking. I guess I was at better parts of my life. I think the longest I've gone without smoking since since my son and my kids went to school was like 2.5 years. I really don't even know why I started back smoking. I know it was anxiety, but I don't know what was going on in my life that was causing all the turmoil within me that caused me to start smoking again. And I've stopped several times for 2-year spurts. Shit just happens, and I go back to smoking. So I'm not sure. I don't even know what sets off my anxiety. That's something I've been working on for this last couple of years now. And the crazy thing is, they say you're supposed to have anxiety when you have so much going on. My anxiety didn't really kick in and become this bad until my kids left home and I stopped having my businesses. When I stopped being so busy, my anxiety took over my life for like 2 years. I was just always in a state and I just couldn't get myself in order. And then about that towards the end of that second year, I had to go into the doctor because they got this damn birth control device in me since before COVID that they can't get out. Still in there to this day. And I had to go in for a check for that. And they told me I was menopausal, and they gave me these packets and shit to read. And it turns out that along with my anxiety, the menopause was what was heightening it. It wasn't anything that was going on necessarily. I thought I was going crazy. I wasn't going crazy. I just really thought I was going batshit crazy. I kept having panic attacks, like out of nowhere, like bad ones where I couldn't breathe. Motherfucker picking me up off the ground. Shit. I was scared myself. And it turns out that I'm menopausal. was striking up my anxiety. More weed, more weed. I don't like taking medication. The doctor said, "Do you smoke marijuana?" I said, "Yes, I do." He said, "What kind?" I said, "I'm not sure. I just smoke whatever I can get my hands on." He says, "There are, he told me that I needed to get checked, basically. I haven't done it because I smoke anyway. Why am I going to let you tell me to go buy some shit? I can just get the shit from my brother for free. I'm not going to be buying that shit." So, but if I go and get checked, they can prescribe you a type of weed for your type of anxiety. And I just never went and did that. I just started making sure that I had weed on hand. When I went to Florida, it just seemed like all my anxiety stopped. And I can't explain it. I don't want to say that I have the world's worst family or anything like that, but being away from anybody that I knew or anything that I knew or anything like that was the best thing that happened to me with getting myself back in order. I didn't have so many people telling me what I needed to do, what I should do, how I could do this, how wrong I am for doing that. And I only had myself to rely on. Nobody was around me that I knew. And that is when I started getting better. Don't you know I didn't have another panic attack until I moved back to Little Rock at the end of March? I started, I did the oath, is what I did. I let my ex, which was the reason I left, talk me into going back into a relationship with him and started having panic attacks immediately. I broke up with him 3 months into it because I, I couldn't function. I couldn't function. The day I decided to break up with him, I felt better. I haven't dated since. I felt better. I had to get away from him. He was striking my shit up. Nope, can't say he really did anything out of the way. I mean, he's a hoe, yeah, but most of the shit he did before I got back had nothing to do with me. It was the fact that I knew him. I knew all about that. I already had dealt with it. He just struck up something in me. And as much as I love that man, I could not be around him. And still can't. He calls now, and I look down if I see his name in a text message or something, I get anxiety just fucking thinking about what he might say if I text back or if he's gonna call now that I didn't respond to the text. That type of shit. But I was like, no, I don't want to date. Hell no, I don't have that. Nope. No, 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 no. I felt like I was just out of sorts and haven't had another panic attack since I left him. Haven't had to take any ashwagandha, don't smoke a whole lot of extra ass weed, none of it. And it was just because I was with him. But he didn't do nothing, mind you. But the baggage and the shit around him because of what he had done was enough to send me over a cliff. So you really have to be careful who you around. People bring their vibes, their negativity, their aura around you. And some people can't stand that, don't function well. I don't do drama at all in any way, shape, or form. I will leave. They call me a flight risk. I'm leaving. I don't give a fuck if we've been together and you didn't propose and everything going and something come panging and it's baby. If you can't make it go away, I'm going away because I know how my anxiety is. My energy over everything. I will stay by myself. And I've learned, and now that I'm older and I've learned how to be by myself and I'm not afraid to be by myself anymore and I know I'm okay, it makes it easier for me not to allow people to come back into my life and stay lingering around just so I can say I'm not alone. I don't have those issues no more. I used to have those issues and I would let the relationship go on and on and on. No, 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 no. I ain't got no problem leaving no more. Now I am the one that will leave. I'll be like, nah, bitch, nah. I'm gone. Light irritates demons. Let me tell you something that I believe this now with all my heart. I'm not a witch. Sage. If you burn sage and people are having evil spirits about them, They will not come around your place. They won't come in your house. They won't come near you. Get you some white sage and meditate. Go through and bless your house. Do all that. Get yourself a calm, peaceful area where you feel nice and safe and stuff. My RV is my blessing. I named her Blessing, but this is like my safe haven. You know, I go through here and pray. I have my sage going. I have my lights dimmed. I do my prayers. I don't need a war room. This whole damn thing is a war room. Let somebody need some prayer or something be going on. This smoker, this cusser, this one y'all don't think got a relationship, baby, we gonna burn down these walls. Back and forth right here. This is my space. I don't want no negativity, no person coming in here with their irritating, ignorant ass opinions. They don't have to come around me. This my shit. I don't need you to come over here if you don't like nothing I'm doing, or how I dress, or how I talk, or that I smoke. You ain't got to come to my house. You know what I'm saying? There are spirits. I believe it. Hell, I got the phone sitting on my crystal Bible right now. What you mean? I don't play about my peace. No. We got the stones sitting right there. And yes, we charge them. They are active, baby. Don't play with me. I pray, meditate, and believe in rocks. Don't play with me. I am the one. No, 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 no. And don't let me break out my tarot cards. I'm a little bit of everything, baby. 1974. Old. Y'all call it old. I call it wise. Because I'm still here. And all that shit that has happened is still with me. And I take it forward with me every time I keep pushing through these years. Don't play with my peace. I got this. I don't need nobody in my life to be happy. I'm happy now. Shit, I'm at peace. And people don't understand that. Don't get mad because you're happy. You ain't got shit. I don't need shit to be happy. I got me. I got my peace. I got somewhere to sleep. It's warm when it's cold out. It's cool when it's warm out. I can wash my ass. I can cook my food. And I don't need nobody to help me pay for shit. That's called peace. If I want to get up and leave and go somewhere and come back, my peace is still here because it's mine. Difference. I got my papers. Nobody can't come and take shit. You know what I'm saying? So that part. I don't need no whole house to feel whole. I don't need no whole other person in my life to feel complete. Hell, my RV look better than some of the houses I've been in lately. Y'all paying damn near $2,000 for a one-bedroom damn apartment. That's never gonna be yours. You don't have no backyard. You don't have no privacy. I mean, what the what? But you can look down your nose at somebody else. Linnell, you're not that much older than me. I don't remember how old you are, but you're not that much older than me. What do you mean?
Well, Eddie, almost.
Have a good night, Sam. Okay, I was gonna say, I knew you weren't that much older than me. I remember us talking about it before. Ooh, y'all made this hour go by so fast. I gotta figure out how to calculate the hours so I can start nipping away at this massive amount of hours you have to be validated on this page. Oh my gosh, I got a road ahead of me with this.
Weekdays on charge. We've got the best.
We're just gonna ease our way into it. not really come on here doing too much, just talking, so I can get to know the people that are watching on this page or this platform. Move slowly.
On crime. The worst criminal offenders are pursued by the detectives of the Major K Squad. These are their stories.
Now I'm gonna watch me some crimes. Law and order, baby. I'm just in this bedroom today. I'm not doing shit tonight. That's why this was such a good night to come on over here and get started. But now I gotta go figure out how to move the title over to this one so they know what's going on, who the hell I am. I'm gonna do better. I'm gonna do better.
What does this belong to?
I'm gonna do better. But I can't wait to get this fashion part started. That's what I'm waiting for. Ooh, I'm excited. And I'm also excited to start doing the lingerie stuff, but I gotta make it make sense. So I may start doing my boutique again. And in that boutique, I'll do some lingerie. But if I'm not selling, that way I'm have a reason for wearing some fucking lingerie, okay? So, plus I'm trying to figure out what I'm gonna do for my income. Because I'm not thinking I want to go back to work. And I'm not thinking I want to work for anyone. And just go ahead and start my little bitty something. I don't need a lot to survive, so that helps. You like Law and Order? Criminal Intent, yep. Yep. I used to watch it all the time, but now I only just watch it when I'm in the bedroom or something. Because this TV only does regular channels. It's not a smart TV. So I'm just like, whatever comes on, I let it play. And this one station charge always has good stuff, so I let it run. Well, I done had my meds, and I'll probably be headed to bed here by 9. If I lay here and stop running my mouth, I'll be asleep in no time. So I'm probably about to get my ass off of here. Thank you, Vanille. Mauricio, thank you guys for coming by. Also I really want to get a bigger female presence, because a lot of the things I talk about, a lot of the stuff I talk about is greatly beneficial to some of these younger ladies that are out here doing God knows what, calling themselves hustling to pay their bills and take care of their kids and keep coming up with more kids because of their hustle. Makes absolutely no sense, but they don't want to take advice from anybody. But I feel like if they were watching, even if they were being negative, if they could get an earful sometime, maybe they might pay attention to some of it. I'll be telling my daughter the same shit. I'll be like, y'all, it's good to be grown and you can do your own thing, but don't forget we already did it. You know what I'm saying? Everything they gonna get out here and do or try to do, you about done already did it. I don't know, some of these girls be coming up with some shit I ain't never heard of. I got a job. I started working for people just to kind of check out different jobs, and went to work at this warehouse, and there was a bunch of young ass girls there, and they talk about shit I ain't never even thought of. Okay, I don't know now. I don't know about matching them in no bedroom, because they be doing some. I be like, you did what with who and why? Why would you do that? Because he wanted to. The who what? Some of that shit I didn't think about until I was at 35. They already out here doing the most. I'm like, wow. Y'all ain't never even been married yet, and y'all doing these things with folks y'all about ain't gonna know when y'all 40. I'm like, oof, I'm old. I guess I am old, shit. That's crazy to me. But y'all have a good night. Good night, Vanille. I wish I knew how to see who was on here so I would know who to say good night to. Please, always protected myself. That's awesome. really. You don't know how many guys I meet have like 5 baby mamas, 7 baby mamas. I'm like, God damn. what, what were you doing? That's what my mom and my grandma always tell me, AC. I go to them for advice to ask about something that has happened in my life. Or I'll say, oh, I messed up. I did this. And my grandma always says that. Keep living, child. You'll do something else tomorrow. I'm like, oh, for the longest time, I didn't know what she meant until always something would happen. And it always ended up being worse than what I thought was the worst thing that ever happened to me in my life. I'm like, gosh dang it. Does it ever just stop getting to be the worst? But she says it all the time. Keep living. It'll be something else tomorrow. Stop dating all these guys. Don't you know by now it's the same shit, different person? Just go and find you a person and wade through all that shit together. Okay, I just gotta find me a person. Yo, I'm waiting on my person to come so we can wade through our shit together. But y'all have a good night. Thanks for chatting with me. Hopefully, as I'm on here more, you guys will not be so standoffish and talk more. All right. Be blessed. Good night.